missing American and Iran Robert Levinson said to BCI. "We respectfully ask the government of the Islamic Republic of Iran to assist us in securing Mr. Levinson's health, welfare, and safe return." A circumflex, an American ex-FBI agent believed to have been held in Iran for the last 7 years, was working for the CIA on an unapproved mission, the Associated Press news agency reports. Robert Levinson went missing during a business trip to the Iranian island of Kish in March 2007. U.S. government officials have repeatedly called on Iran to help locate him. "We have no comment on any purported affiliation between Mr. Levinson and the U.S. government," said a CIA statement. "The U.S. government remains committed to bringing him home safely to his family," added CIA media spokesperson Todd Ebbets. The Associated Press report alleges that the CIA paid off Mr. Levinson's family and reprimanded several analysts involved. The media outlet writes that Mr. Levinson was in Iran on an unapproved intelligence-gathering mission that, when revealed, caused a serious internal CIA scandal. The U.S. agency reportedly paid Mr. Levinson's family $2.5 million to avoid a public lawsuit, and also disciplined 10 veteran analysts. The team of analysts is said to have paid Mr. Levinson to gather intelligence prior to his disappearance. 3 of the CIA analysts who reportedly had no authority to run spy operations were allegedly later forced out of the agency. The Associated Press investigation reportedly included interviews with top U.S. and foreign officials and access to confidential documentation. The media outlet alleges it was asked by the U.S. government 3 times since 2010 to withhold information related to Mr. Levinson's CIA ties. The news agency said it decided to run the report after all efforts to return Mr. Levinson to the U.S. were seen to have failed. The U.S. government strongly urged the AP not to run this story out of concern for Mr. Levinson's life, said National Security Council spokesperson Caitlin Hayden. "We regret that the AP would choose to run a story that does nothing to further the cause of bringing him home. There is no confirmation of who captured the former FBI agent or where he may be held, but U.S. officials asked for Iran's assistance in finding him just days after Iran and Western powers signed an interim agreement aimed at curbing Iran's nuclear program in late November. We reiterate the commitment of the United States government to locate Mr. Levinson and bring him home safely to his family, friends, and loved ones," White House spokesman Jay Carney wrote in a statement at the time. "We respectfully ask the government of the Islamic Republic of Iran to assist us in securing Mr. Levinson's health, welfare, and safe return." In August, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry also asked for Iran's assistance in freeing Mr. Levinson and 2 other U.S. citizens held in Iran, a former Marine and a Christian pastor. The FBI released a composite image of Robert Levinson and offered a reward for information leading to his return on 6 March 2012. Mr. Levinson, 64 when he went missing, was initially believed to have been investigating cigarette counterfeiting as a private detective when he disappeared. His family received images of Mr. Levinson in April 2011, showing him wearing a long gray beard, in an orange jumpsuit, holding up 5 signs that read, "4th year you can or you don't want." This is the result of 30 years serving for U.S. Why you cannot help me? I am here in Guantanamo. Do you know where it is? Help me. The family were also sent a video in November 2010, which it released in December 2011 to try to aid the investigation. In the 54-second clip, Mr. Levinson pleads, "Help me get home." Although he has appeared in images and videos as a captive, Iran has said it does not know where he is and that there is no evidence he's in the country. Investigators traced the phone used to send the photographs to Afghanistan, but the owner was not involved. The video was sent from a Pakistan internet cafe. The FBI offered a $1 million reward in March 2012 for information leading to Mr. Levinson's safe return. But the U.S. government has not received any sign Mr. Levinson is alive in nearly 3 years, the Associated Press reports.